Supporters of the proposed Copperwood mine next to Lake Superior, Porcupine Mountain State Park, and the North Country Trail make the case that we shouldn't worry about the mine's abysmal location because as long as it complies with environmental permits, everything will be fine. This permits as savior lullaby is perfect for those who want to turn off their brains and look the other way. But the slogan falls flat when examined more closely. Firstly, even if Copperwood complies with all permits, here's what you'll be getting. 1. A massive toxic waste basin, 244 football fields in area, visible from the Lake of the Clouds overlook, uphill and in unprecedented proximity to Lake Superior. 2. Hundreds of acres of forest clear-cut, over 60 acres of wetlands destroyed, and 6 streams forever rerouted. 3. Rock grinding, subterranean blasting, heavy industrial traffic, mine exhaust vents, 24-hour lighting, and more, immediately adjacent to a world-renowned outdoor recreation area. 4. The rollout of the power grid, cell towers, and industrial roads to open the floodgates for ongoing development long after the mine closes in 10.7 years, forever altering the character of one of Michigan's wildest and most beloved places. 5. Copper shipped out of country with no promise of return for the enrichment of a Canadian company. But on the bright side, you'll have a file cabinet full of paperwork to show that this is all perfectly legal. Next, permits don't actually stop pollution from happening. They only define how much is legally allowed. For instance, take Copperwood's recently issued air pollution permit, which approves the plan to install a pollution tower 150 feet from state park property. The permit doesn't make it illegal to release arsenic, benzene, formaldehyde, and cobalt. It merely says, don't release more than this arbitrary threshold. So permits are as much about regulating environmental advocates as they are about regulating corporations. Because now we can be told that we can't complain about new toxic emissions into a pristine area since they're below the permissible limit. Thirdly, all of this is assuming the company actually complies, and Copperwood has already been fined $25,000 for performing unpermitted activities which damaged wetlands. And their environmental permit applications are authored by a subcontractor called Foth. In addition to sounding like a comic book supervillain, Foth's initial projections for the Flambeau mine with regards to copper, iron, and manganese contamination were off by a factor of 58, 47, and 76, and sulfate contamination was twice as high as in their models. And these are the same guys writing the permit applications for the closest metallic sulfide mine to Lake Superior in history. Folks, a big stack of paperwork ain't gonna turn a terrible idea into a good one. But hey, critical thinking is hard. Much easier is to sing along, trust the permits, trust the permits. Or you could speak up. Go to ProtectThePorkies.com and click Take Action. Join us in demanding that Michigan cease issuing all permits for this dangerous project.